Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, happy Friday, y'all. Psych, it's not Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. This is my last episode for the week, though. I am definitely taking the Friday off. It's summer solstice tomorrow and my daughter's birthday. So, double reason to take an extended weekend. So I hope you think about doing that for yourself too. Just, hey, you need a little downtime, you need a little rest time, you need a little up time, you need a little fun time. Take it. It's yours for the taking. So yeah, it's actually Thursday, but we can pretend it's Friday. We can pretend it's Friday. So this week was time weird for you this week? Like, time was super weird for me this week. It went by so fast. Yet when I think about Monday seems like it was years ago. Like, how did that work out? So it is, our perception of time can really be very interesting sometime. Because some days seem to fly by, some seem to drag on. The future ex-husband has been gone for 4 days, but it doesn't feel like 4 days. Like, did you just leave? But then again, it was like a lot happened this week. A lot happened, and it's continuing to happen. Like, I got to keep an eye on the basement today. It's starting to get water in it. There's just so much rain. So much water. The earth can only hold so much, and it's just saturated. It's just laying everywhere and starting to lay around in my basement. So going to keep an eye on that today, and get ready for some birthday celebrations tomorrow, 12 times around the sun. So that's certainly going to be fun for us. The other thing that really happened this week that keeps sticking out in my mind is that a plant touched me so deeply that I cried. So I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. Let me think about this. That we pulled the St. John's wort card. Remember that if you're listening in? Just a few days ago, we pulled the St. John's wort card. It came in with Trillium and watermelon, right? Just kind of encouraging us to, see the light, have fun, be playful. Everything's temporary, so just have fun with it, And it was like that same afternoon, I'm walking around in my yard and I see this little splotch of yellow over in the weedy garden. And I'm like, that's new. Like, even like when the garden's crazy growing insane jungle, I still know it, and like I can tell if there's a new foliage or new plant. Like, I still keep my eye on everything. I go over and it is St. John's wort. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, it was just crazy. It's never grown before in my yard. And I remember one year sprinkling seeds, like trying to get it to grow in my yard, but that has definitely been a year or two ago. So, and I don't even know if this was the place that I put any seeds, but nonetheless, I have a solo St. John's wort plant, and yeah, you betcha. It welled up tears within me, and I stood there and cried. That was the day that I was crying about everything. Was that Monday? I think that was Monday. Yeah, I cried about just whatever I wanted to. But that was like a whole different kind of cry, because I was like so impressed, one, that we had pulled the St. John's wort card, and there it was in my reality. Two, it's friggin' St. John's wort, and it's like exciting to have it in the yard. Like, oh my gosh. And yeah, I just felt like the energy of the plant. Third, yeah, I just felt that energy. Because there's a lot of things about working with herbs that you're never going to find in a nerd book. I mean, that's the one thing I actually don't like about herbalism is that I know there's something I don't really prefer, and that is that we're always concentrated on the body and the negative aspects that could go wrong within the body. Like, that's the only about herbalism that, a lot of times herbalists are miscreating because they're just always focused on illness and what can go wrong and this or that. And there's a space and a place in herbalism and working with the plants that you don't think about actions and constitutes and medicinal properties and what it's good for. You are not thinking about that because you are just connecting with the pure essence of the plant, which is just part of all that is. It's love, it's energy, it's consciousness, and that kind of stuff is hard to put into words. But when you do tap into it, be prepared to be moved emotionally and actually have an experience with the plant. Whew, that's going to be hard to get nerdy with it. Nah. But like, it is still, it's what makes herbalism worth it. So of course, we're going to have to focus on the body because that's what everybody wants to focus on, even though, anyways, we do have to watch what our thoughts are creating. So that's why we're going through these 105 universal laws. And that's funny that I said I wasn't thinking about the properties or actions of St. John's wort at all, right? Last night when I ate my purple basil in my burrito and it was so delicious, do you think I thought anything nerdy about basil? Hell to the no. I just was like loving the flavor and loving how much it added to my meal. It just literally made my whole meal alive. And I was already eating raw veggies in my meal, but yet the basil took it to a whole new level. So it's funny that I mentioned that I am not thinking about the actions of the herbs and in some moments, because today is the law of action. Ha 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 ha. So today's the law of action. Yesterday was the law of abundance. So if you didn't get a chance to catch yesterday's episode 25, the law of abundance is huge. And I'm actually glad to not be doing any more laws for a few days because just with that one and this one, I think I have a lot to contemplate over the weekend. I did jot down some notes with the law of the universe. Remember to use your visualization to raise your vibration. Like, you want to visualize an abundant life because you want to get your vibe up, right? That's how you use visualization. You just use it to get excited. And then once you're in that moment of excitement, you just relish in it and let it go to the universe and let go of expectation and let your energy bring you the things that are a perfect match for you. So it also reminded us to be in this world, but not of this world. So there was a good message there. And also that, abundance is more than just money. It's the law of success. It's the law of opulence. And we can have abundance in communication, relationships, and spirituality, as well as fundage. But it is way more than just these little these numbers. We don't even hardly carry cash anymore. We're worshiping digital numbers and, so that is the world we live in. So, of course it is important to us. So we do want to manifest abundance on all levels. So that was yesterday, the law of abundance. And today is the law of action. So I'm going to read you the paragraph. And then I have the soul trees out again. I guess I'm going to be really drawn to this deck while we talk about the laws because they have words on them, and there's positive and negative and neutral cards. I mean, I think there's got to be at least 70 cards in this deck. 80. There's 80 vibrant trees. And so it covers such a vast scope of energy that it's like the perfect deck that I have in my possession to bring forth, because it'll show us like what's been kind of negative, like what's maybe holding us back, what we need to work on. I don't know. There's a lot of potential working with this deck. And then we'll follow up with the Magic of Flowers, the one by Tess Whitehurst, and just kind of see if it has any insight with the law of action. Yesterday, the cards hit the nail on the head. Like, wow. Today, we will see. So number 2, the law of action. No matter what we feel or know, no matter what our potential gifts or talents, only action brings them to life. Those of us who think we understand concepts such as commitment, courage, and love one day discover that we only create knowingness when we act. Doing becomes understanding. Every aspirant is a focal point of energy and should be a conscious focal point. In the midst of the whirl and storm of the chaos of third dimension, he or she should make his or her presence felt. Okay, so in the midst of the crazy life here on the third dimension, you should make your presence felt. Okay, so law of action. The one thing that I love the most, it says doing becomes understanding. So doing becomes understanding. So let's just not talk about dandelion root tea. Let's have ourselves a drink of it. I'm always going to make this relevant to where I'm at. Yep, you can't just talk about tea. You have to drink the tea. It's the law of action. I mean, that's how you're going to bring it to life, by using it, right? The shoes are worthless unless you walk in them. So let me read this again. I don't know what I'm going to do Monday when we come back, and we're doing the law of Akasha, and it's only one sentence. It's not going to give me much to go on at all. But today we're doing the law of action. No matter what we feel or know, no matter what our potential gifts or talents, only action brings them to life. So yeah, it's like you could have good rhythm, but it's only when you're dancing, actually moving your ass, like, and then you bring it to life, right? So action is very important. We can visualize, but then it is our action that's going to bring it into our reality. Whew. So every aspirant, you're the aspirant, I'm the aspirant. We are a focal point of energy, and it should be conscious, right? That's what we've kind of been saying. Like, it's your mind. Get in there. It's your life. Live it. And then, even though it's crazy here on Earth, we should make our presence felt. We should, be in the now moment and be conscious and focusing on purpose. So yeah, we think we understand concepts such as commitment, courage, and love. And one day we will discover that we only create knowingness when we act. Doing becomes understanding. So yeah, I mean, you can read a recipe for making lip balm, but it's only when you actually go to do it that you'll understand, how it works and how it feels. And yeah, I mean, doing is everything. So I guess we better do something today, y'all. All right, law of action. Law of action. I find myself sometimes and anyone who has Pinterest will be able to relate, like when you're just entertaining thoughts. Like you're thinking about the recipe, but you're not even in the kitchen, You're not even anywhere near the kitchen. Let's put out the archangels here. Yeah, so it's in the doing. The doing is very important. Okay, so let's put out our archangel sigils that live in this deck. And we will see what wants to come through for the law of action. What does that make you think about in your life, the law of action? I mean, I definitely think it's a good idea to be focused and clear before you act, right? But it is in that action that we're going to know. We're going to have the knowing, the knowledge. And that's what aspirants are thirsty for, the knowledge. Knowledge of self. Truly. I mean, we are into herbs, we love herbs, but I think that what they truly serve is they teach you about yourself, right? So think about how much herbs teach you. It's like, yeah, we're memorizing what they're good for, their actions, law of action, but ultimately they are bringing us knowledge on a personal level. Okay, so let's get this deck from falling apart. I'm gonna shuffle it. Some will be upright. Some will be I don't know. We'll see. My deck is sticky, you guys. It's so humid. Like I was saying, so much rain. Everything in the house is a little bit sticky. So I'm burning my last stick of Nag Champa incense. So I've got to get more of that this weekend. Like, I just don't know if I can survive without it. I don't like to be dependent on anything, but the incense does bring me in a happy place. All right, so okay, I'm going to shuffle it for real now. I'm peeking at the play card. It's peeking at me. We do want to remember to play and have fun and be lighthearted, regardless if the basement's flooding, regardless of what actions you'll have to take today. But let's see what the trees have to say about the law of action, if anything. Oh my goodness. The deck split apart again. Okay, I was seeing if that one card was going to stay up that was in the middle or not. So we are going to do top, bottom. Okay, we'll put them across. We won't totally copy yesterday's layout. We'll do something new. And as I put the trees away, there is a tree that says treat yourself. So let's make sure that you are treating yourself today to some good thoughts, some kindness, something fun. It is Friday, almost. Happy Friday, y'all. I don't care if it's Thursday. All right, so here we go. Law of action. The trees have brought in, okay, that's weird. Upside down gratitude again, because apparently, and I shuffled the hell out of those cards. I had probably annoyed you with all of it there. We got this card yesterday, and now it's back again. It's this gratitude, but here's the thing. I flipped it over with earth. So I feel like my cards right away are calling me out that I've been bitching about all the rain. And it's like, could you just feel gratitude for your mother? Because she is just trying to maintain balance and clear herself and clean herself and do what she has to do to maintain balance on her surface. So we need to be feeling gratitude for this earth big time. And so both the gratitude and the earth card are reversed. So yeah, like it is terrible of us. Shame. Like when the weather sucks, which is 90% of the time here in Pennsylvania, like it seriously, winter forever. Like now just rain, overcast, chemtrails, like, you know, like it's easy to not feel gratitude for the weather and for the earth at that time. But she's really asking us wholeheartedly, like, please, try to have compassion towards me and my weather, and just know that I'm doing it for the best reasons. So we got gratitude, earth, then emerging, which really is emerging. Oh my gosh. It just looks so cool after having these upside down bluish greenish cards. We've got this hot pink tree just curving upward, emerging out of the card. It's growing off of the card. And its roots are deep dark, its trunk is deep dark violet, like it's coming from this solid place and then just kind of exploding, emerging out with this hot pink energy. I love it. So we've got emerging, and our final card from the trees. Dang. I had to double check and make sure I read that word right. It is change. It's change. And some of that same hot pink color is coming up through the veins of this trunk and this tree. But it's emerging out, like its branches are gold, orange, yellow, and violet. Its trunk is blue and red. So it's really, it literally, the tree changed. Like the trunk is blue and hot pink red, and then the branches are orangey yellow and dark violet. So talk about changes. So all these changes are emerging, but yeah, I mean, we've got to get our gratitude. Like yesterday when the gratitude card came up for the law of abundance, we got that, right? We're like, yeah, sure. Well, who did it? Who decided to feel more grateful and be more grateful? I tried a little bit, but maybe it wasn't enough. Because here it's back again. Like, that kind of bothers me, but I totally get it when it's about the earth, and how I literally started this podcast off complaining about my basement flooding. And yeah, it's like, guys, like, you think your basement is bad, like, most, like, I've got water everywhere right now, but there's just a cleansing factor about water. And sometimes I wonder, like, God, look at all the changes that are happening in my life, I'm living with my future ex-husband. I don't know what's happening. Like, everything is going to change. I do know that. I don't know how or when, but I do know that it is all going to change. A new life is going to have to emerge. So what's interesting is this all came under the law of action. The law of action. So yeah, take action to connect with the earth, to appreciate the earth. Take action to, if you do feel inspired to do something new, do it. If you do feel inspired to completely change your life, do it. Like, I have completely changed even my name on a lot of my online accounts and things. Like, I know change is coming. So I've been dropping the Martin because it's going to get dropped legally at some point. And yeah, I've embraced my maiden name on a lot of my accounts, which I've always had my maiden name still as a hyphenated last name. I've always been Cherico. But I just hadn't been using it because, I don't know. But now this changes in my life. Yeah, like I'm going back. While I go forward. It's kind of interesting. All right. So law of action, no matter what we feel or know, no matter our potential gifts or talents, only action brings them to life. So yeah, if you can feel the change, feel the need for change, but yeah, it's the action that's going to bring it to life. So that can be positive, negative, neutral. It's totally up to you. Something like with that gratitude, it's like we can feel gratitude like for our loved ones. Like I'll just use my kids as an example. And I can feel that love and that appreciation and that gratitude for them. And that's cool. That's great. Absolutely. Of course. But it's, let's remember to take the action of giving them a hug, giving them a kiss, giving them encouraging words, support, an open ear. It's this action that creates change in our life and for the earth too. I mean, she's asking, I feel like she came in on this law of action too, because she's like, yeah, you guys need to take more action with me. Like, why isn't everyone recycling? Why isn't everyone reducing? Why doesn't everyone care about me, And then the people that do care, it's like, yes, thank you for caring. Thank you. Now, could you please take some action? So that's interesting now, isn't it? That the earth came in on the law of action and she came in reversed because, we're not taking enough action when it comes to environmental issues, when it comes to protecting our home. Let us think about that, but then, step the fuck up. Step up and take care of her. So it is the doing that becomes understanding. And I think that's why the emerging card, because think of that energy emerging out of you. It's been in you, you've been thinking about it, you've been visualizing, but it's the doing, it's the action that emerges it out into your reality and creates change. So dang, trees, you impress me. All right, so we're going to grab these Magic of Flowers. We're going to get it out of the box here and just see. I don't know. I'm thinking 3 cards. 3 cards would look great, but we'll see what the deck wants to do. I do love this deck, like as far as the physicalness of this deck. Like this is the most perfect deck to hold in your hand. It really is. And it's very nice. It is not affected by the humidity one bit. Okay, we'll see. All right, so gratitude, earth, emerging change. Gratitude, earth, emerging change. Okay, so there's our first card. Gratitude, earth, emerging change. Law of action. There's our second card. And we'll just shuffle for the last one, I guess. Gratitude, earth, emerging change. Yeah, that's what it feels like, doesn't it? Emerging. Okay, so let me put the deck over there. We've got 3 cards now under our trees, and they are impatience, upside down, reversed. So impatience with a message of divine timing generally, and but it's coming in reversed. And honeysuckle, good luck, reversed. And datura, upside down, reversed. Let me look at the deck. Was I doing everything reversed? Yep. I shuffled the deck upside down. All right. Yeah. Well, hey, everything for a reason, so let's check it out. Impatience, honeysuckle, and datura. So the honeysuckle is good luck, and datura is true motives. And this is all coming in with impatience, which is divine timing. So very interesting message for me personally, right? It's this these true motives and divine timing are certainly what's catching my eye. So let's think about with the law of action though. If we take action too soon, before we're clear, before we know who we are, before we know what we want, A lot of times I would say, and would you not agree, it could be the wrong action. So yeah, like let this divine action, don't fight it. Don't push to make the law of action does not mean you pushing everything in place. I don't think that's what it means. Like if like this weekend you're inspired to look into it more, I'm pretty sure it's like not forcing things to happen. It's doing things and then having the knowledge, emerge from that. But it's not using your force to make things happen. So in honeysuckle, feeling like maybe we're not having such good luck right now. That came in, kind of diagonal to the earth. Maybe like we got a little bit of energy to clean up to do when it comes with how we perceive our luck. But the honeysuckle has more than that to say. And Datura, reminding me personally that I still am going to have the truth emerge. And that's funny. It's under the emerging card in my marital relationship. Like there is, I know, still something that has to come up, true motives. So I'm kind of braced for that. But hey, that's why it's under the change card as well. So you might be getting a totally different message in your life, and roll with it. Whatever you get is yours. But let's talk about impatience a little bit. Just a little bit. Impatience. It is all about divine timing. It's alignment with divine timing. It's about being present and about being grounded. So perhaps we have been not, right? Completely, fully present. So yeah, before we take action, we want to be grounded and we want to be fully aware of what's going on, fully present in the now moment. And that is when we are going to be able to be in alignment with the divine and divine timing and make the best possible choices for us in that moment. So impatience says, be assured that the realm of spirit is orchestrating everything perfectly, down to the smallest detail. And it's saying, do your best to release the desire to control things or make them other than what they are. Yeah. The more you release this tendency, the more everything will seem to just miraculously unfold. More and more often, you will find yourself in the perfect place at the perfect time, doing the perfect thing. So, doing the perfect thing. Also, you might also receive some good news and all forms of help in exactly the times and ways that are most beneficial to you. Whew, see, she's good. If you take a moment to consider this mindset, you will see it is illogical. There is no sense in attempting to control things that are beyond your ability to control. It's just a waste of time. But there are also factors that you can control, right? Right? It's your energy, it's your focus point, and it's your emotions. So anyways, yeah, like you might not know all the factors, but spirit does. So just kind of give up that control a little bit. If you've identified as someone as having control issues, micromanaging, just you feel psychotic when you don't know what's going to happen, right? You're probably afraid of change. Try to give that up just a little bit, and don't worry. Don't let your ego get caught up. Your ego wants to think how it should be, what you should be doing, how it should look, how it should be. But really give up those expectations and just see what unfolds. And yeah, you'll see that everything is happening and unfolding perfectly. Everything's perfect. Everything's in divine timing. Even if you don't see it that way, know that it is. So relax and, just kind of trust the details. Like, I'm going to let the universe organize this for me, And then I will be inspired to take action when the divine timing is right. So be here now. Let go of the future, let go of the past. Just be here now. And honeysuckle was a message about good luck, but it's also about activating your intuition, awakening sexuality, releasing sexual blocks, and letting go. And it's all about endings and beginnings, prosperity, and weight loss. So, are we having any trouble in any of those areas? Oh, no, never, no. So, yeah, it's okay, if we are having some blockages, let's let that energy flow. Let's surrender to it and give up the control and see if our luck changes for the better. Okay, I mean, I always think you create your own luck. If you go around saying you have bad, terrible luck, you're just reinforcing that to the universe. So let's start seeing ourselves as lucky, start getting into that gratitude practice, seeing ourselves, just we're in the flow, and see ourselves with confidence and moving forward and releasing any stagnant emotions. We're going to get the energy moving, right? So the law of action can do its thing. So let's let the hummingbird and honeysuckle remind us that we have opportunities all around us. And we also have lots of unseen forces and energy around us too. So have a little faith that everything that you're working towards is going to be a success and worth your time. That's a big message too. It's like, is this podcast even worth my time? Is this job worth my time? Is this relationship worth my time? Yeah, it actually really is, because you are learning so much. You're getting expansion, you're gaining knowledge, and that's what it's all about. Okay, so Datura is all about true motives. It could also be about astral travel, invisibility, concealment, discernment, divination, enchantment, and magical power. Whew. So if you have not been having those, know that the Datura is reversed below emerging and change. So big changes when it comes to our magical powers. Datura counsels you to look beyond the surface and into the depths to see what lies beneath. Sometimes we conceal our own motives, even from ourselves. Are you being honest with yourself about your intentions and your desires? Is there something that you will benefit from finally admitting to yourself and others? Wow. This is really interesting. Because when you sometimes admit things out loud, it frees up so much energy within and around situations. So let's be super duper honest. We can relax, look deeply, and allow divine clarity to dissolve all murkiness and cut through secrets and illusions like a laser. Like a laser beam. You will know you have connected with the truth when you experience an energizing sense of relief. Yeah, so when that truth, you finally let the truth emerge, you are jazzed, you are energized, you feel it, because you just released a whole lot of energy that was caught up in some stagnant bullshit, right? Being untruthful does not serve you, okay? It doesn't serve you to be untruthful to others usually, and it definitely doesn't serve you to be untruthful to yourself. So be honest with you, okay? Look into your deep motivations. Maybe look into other people's deep motivations. But here's the thing. If that concerns you, gets you a little worried, like, oh God, I don't even know if I want to know, right? You don't have anything to fear, because when you align with universal energies, when you do your inner work, when you are positively polarized, you'll be protected. Everything's going to work out for your highest good. All right. And this lady on the card looking into the crystal ball, she's cool, calm, and collected. She knows she has nothing to fear. Actually, and the divine timing and patience, she's very cool, calm, and collected in her oriental clothes, with her umbrella or parasol umbrella with the numbers on it, divine timing. So divine energies, divine timing. There is just a lot that we can connect with. So also, Datura wants you to call on the divine, to bestow the light of clarity and truth. And it is a message too to tread carefully. So we are talking about the law of action, and Datura is just finishing our reading today with a message to tread carefully. Only take steps that you are certain will fall on solid ground. And I'm laughing with Gaia because, my basement floor is busted open right now. Like, the water, when it floods, it cracks the cement. And sometimes when you step on it, it squishes down a little bit, and then water squishes up. And I'm often joking with people, if I go missing, check the basement, check the sinkhole in the basement. So there was just a funny visual whenever I read, only take steps that you are certain will fall on solid ground. And approach everything in our life right now with a calm neutrality and a self-assurance, knowing that with the divine backing you, you will certainly succeed. You will have that good luck with the honeysuckle. So align with the divine, and then the divine timing will play out as it should be. You don't need to force it to happen. You don't need to fast track. You don't need to move at anyone's pace other than your own. Yeah, and emerge at your own rate, at your own comfortable rate. And that will help change happen in the most beautiful way that you can be grateful for. Woo! So yeah, yeehaw, align with the divine. We think that the taking action is going to create change, but what is really just so good for us is taking action is doing, and the doing creates knowledge, creates expansion, and creates the experience that we came here on earth looking for. So yeah, let us keep working on our gratitude practice. Feel grateful for the earth and all aspects of her. Allow this change to emerge that is being put into motion. The timing, the luck, the circumstances, it's all there. It's all ready. So yeah, align with the divine. Know that you are being guided. Know that you don't have to know all the details. You don't have to know the how of how this is going to play out. Just kind of align with the why and what you want, and the energy that you want to feel, and you will be inspired to take the right steps on the solid ground, the ground that's going to hold you and support you, and just be there for you to let you emerge in the way that you will. So thank you so much for hanging out, talking about the law of action, getting all these amazing cards to remind us of different aspects of our life. We are spiritual beings. We've got this physical body, this physical incarnation in this reality. So let's let let's learn by doing, and learn the laws of the universe, so that we can have the energy be working for us to our advantage, to our soul's experience. So thanks so much. Enjoy your Friday, today, tomorrow, and however many Fridays you need. And yeah, when it feels like Monday again, I'll see you back here at Herb Oracle. Be sure to check in with me on Instagram at Herb Oracle so you can see these great oracle cards, photos of them, and I'm sure before Monday you can catch me over at Herbal Marie. So yeah, so much love to you. Take care and be well.